On everybody, this is Kevin Marcus Miller, the Marketing Clarity Doc. I got some gems for y'all today. It's going to be an interesting one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Barbara Mason, the HR Insider. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Love talking about all things HR and people. So thanks, Kevin, for having me here.
Of course. So I'm going to just get right to the dirty laundry.
Yes, we might as well.
So HR is like a really triggering word. Whenever someone thinks of that, the immediate response is almost always negative. So that makes your job kind of hard, right?
Yes.
Can you explain to us, first of all, what is HR?
Yes, absolutely. So HR is human resources. And so I always say HR is your friend, right? Because there is a triggering response, even when I was in corporate, but we take care of all things people. So if you think about your business, your people is a capital asset, just like your building structure, and your products and your services, your people is an asset just like that. So we help you manage that asset, your people, and everything that goes along with your people.
Manage your people.
Which in turn helps your bottom line, because remember, it's an asset, it's not a liability.
And so a lot of people, when they have liabilities, right, if they have issues with people or things like that, is your job to help them turn those liabilities into assets if possible? Is that also part of your job?
Absolutely. We want to keep them as assets, but if they turn into liabilities, yes, let's flip the script and turn them into assets for sure.
Interesting. Okay. So first of all, how did you even get into that? Because is there like such thing as an HR degree? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is. It is a real thing, a big thing. Yeah, I went to school for HR. So I tell people I don't play it just on TV. I went to school for it. So yeah, my degree is in HR management. So yeah, it is a whole degree. I started it, in college. And again, I had a very narrow concept of it, of course, when I was in college. I just knew there was like, oh, you get to hire and fire people. Okay, so that appealed to me, as an 18, 19-year-old. But once I got into it, it's so much more than that. It's about the whole, employee life cycle, how you bring people in, how you retain them. It's about, employee development. It's about your policies, your procedures. It's about your engagement. It's about your pipeline. So think about if you're running your business and you're looking for someone to, to move up into leadership, as you kind of build out your team, it's, looking at leadership capability. It's all of those things. So anything related to people in your business, that's what HR is, how to pay them, right? So it touches so many different things.
Oh, wow. Okay. So basically, let's say I have, a few folks that were entry level with me and I want to move them up, it's an important conversation I need to have with an HR insider.
Yes, absolutely. And also, the more you can be proactive than reactive. So HR helps you with the strategy. So we're talking about your business. Okay, where do you want your business to be in the next 3 years, right? So a lot of times we think, okay, financially, I want to be here. Okay, let's say you want to grow your company by 50%. What is that going to take from a people standpoint? How many people do you need? What skills do they need to have? Are those skills in the marketplace? Right? Where are you going to find them? Can you pay competitively? Now, once you get them, can you keep them? Right? What do your competitors pay? And so all of that stuff is important because it directly, hits your bottom line. Because let's say you spend all the time recruiting, attracting, and training them, and then they leave within 6 months because your competitor across, the water treats them better than you, right? They pay better than you. They have better benefits. You haven't taken the time to see, oh, I'm hiring millennials. They want this. So it's all those conversations.
Is it kind of also like, like when you have an attorney, it's like attorney-client privilege. Is it kind of like that too?
It can be. You mean like confidential, just talking about things like that? Yep, right. It can be.
Is it because like I would imagine like for bigger corporations, right? When let's say somebody sues, lawsuit, that kind of thing or something.
Oh yeah, like definitely.
part of that?
Yes, absolutely. HR is all up in it. Yes, absolutely. So in a corporate, it's HR, legal, and internal auditing are usually like just joined at the hip. But yeah, any type of lawsuit, HR is the one, again, the lawyer is going to kind of write the position statement or, respond in writing, but HR is the one that's looking into it, that's investigating.
You dropping gems. I'm actually learning a lot right now. Seriously.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I did not know that.
Absolutely.
Dang. So
Anything with your people, anything.
anything. So let's say I have a company, a lot of the people listening to this have small businesses with 1 to 10 employees,
Mhm.
but they're not W-2 employees.
Right.
Do they still need HR?
Yes. I'm going to say yes and no. So if you're running a business with just 1099 contractors, it's good to have somebody on your team that's from an HR perspective to even help you manage and make sure that you mitigate your risk. Because a lot of small business owners are treating their 1099s like employees. That gets you into big legal trouble. So that's why it's important to have somebody from HR to make sure that you're not blurring those lines and you're treating them like a contractor. Also, most people start off with contractors, but they want to grow their team to have employees. That's
Right.
another good reason to have HR so that you guys can have discussions about when the time is right. Should this be a contract role or should this be an employee role? You get different things with different, classifications, and there's no right or wrong. It depends on what's best for your business at that time.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So would that person need an HR consultant or an entire HR department if they had no W-2 employees?
Yeah. And so if you're a small business, you need an HR consultant. Most companies,
Okay.
that are small business size don't need a whole HR department, especially if you only have 10 employees. So that's what I do. We call it, I provide fractional HR. So you get me to be your HR department and we handle all those things for you, depending on, the level and size of your company.
Okay. Yeah, that's so if I'm hearing you correctly, basically when you're building out your business plan and your strategy, most people are probably going to forget to hire their HR consultant.
Yes.
We should not be forgetting that.
You should not if you have people. No, you should not. Now, if you're a solopreneur and you want to stay a solopreneur and you want to be a party of one, maybe not. But if you intend to grow your team, and I'll tell you, I always say, if you want to grow your business, you got to have people.
Yeah.
You will not be a solopreneur making 7 figures. You won't.
Woo!
It's not possible. You have to have people. And so if you have people, you need HR. It's just that simple.
If you have people, you need HR. That's it.
You do.
Oh man. Yeah, because when I first started, as business owners, we're freestyling this thing. We don't know everything.
Yeah.
We don't know. Right. So
absolutely.
We probably should be hitting you up not just when we have like a problem, but like.
Yeah. When you start having people, you kind of need somebody in your back pocket to make sure you're doing things the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you start hiring people. I mean, that's a huge undertaking, whether it's a contractor or an employee, to make sure you're doing it the right way, right?
Right.
Are you paying them right? Are you looking in the right places? Have you set expectations? So a lot of business owners will hire for the first time. They're like, see, that's why I don't hire, because the person didn't work out. But were you clear? Right? Or when they started, did they know what to do? Do you have standard operating procedures?
SOPs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's all. So you got to have it. It's a whole system that you got to have in place in order for it to all work together.
Got you. And so one of the things I wanted to ask you about too is, first of all, your website is fire.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. So how did you build your brand to a place where, because I've even reached out to you because I saw how big your brand was on social. Like you really got this. How did you get yourself on like those press outlets? I saw you on like NBC and stuff like that.
Yeah. So man, I'm very grateful. And so a lot of it came through, again, me just being consistent on social media. So I started my business while I was still working. So I'll hit my 4-year anniversary on October the 1st, which is amazing. I left my job 2 years ago, but one thing I've done is I've been consistent since the very beginning. And so I'm always consistent on social media. So that has gotten me some press, other stuff through referrals and recommendations.
Wow.
Definitely. Hey, I saw you on this. Can you talk about this? Yeah, I can. And word of mouth. So that's kind of how it happened. Wow, I didn't apply for any of it.
Dang. Because you got it. Like when I go to your page, I'm like, yeah, I need to hire this person. She's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for folks like me who need your services or want to just start with the conversation, what's the appropriate thing to do here? Should we reach out to you? How do you want us to get in touch with you?
Yeah. So if you go to my website under HR for Small Business, the very first thing you'll see is that you can get on my calendar. Or I think it's under Connect with Me. And so
Hmm.
let's just have a conversation, about your business. It's a 30-minute complimentary consultation where we talk about your business goals, what you think you need, and I give you some solutions. And also on that page, under the HR for Small Business, I give you the 3 ways that you can work with me because everybody's at different levels, right? And so one way is, just by individual project. Maybe you just want me to write a policy for you. Maybe you want me to just, give you some interview questions and you're going to do the interviews yourself. Maybe you want me to write a job description, right? So that's one way to start engaging, if you don't have the financial resources to, do something more hefty. The other way, the second way is retained services. So I have clients who buy hours, just like you do an attorney, and they have me when they need me. They have a year to use those hours and they can use them for whatever they need. If they're having a team meeting, if they're having a discussion with an employee, whatever it is. So that's another way. And then I obviously have long-term clients. And those are typically clients who are, mid 6-figure or 7-figure annual revenue. And I am their whole HR department. So I do all the things for them. So wherever you are in your business, there's something that we can help you with. And there's different levels of that you can invest in.
Love it. So that's careerpathwaysconsulting.com.
Yeah.
Barbara Mason, the HR insider. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Honestly, just speaking with you also privately, like I think a lot of people are scared to talk HR because it's just, just a scary word. And so I appreciate you just being real with me and having that private conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Share some of that with the audience. So
yeah, I don't want people to be triggered by the word HR. And one of the things, I was talking to someone earlier this morning about my brand, and I said, I want to be known as the expert. So hence the HR insider, but I also want to be very relatable. Like, I don't want it to be scary. Right. Like, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be embarrassed that you don't know something. Let's talk about it. I don't expect you to know. I know, right? I'm the expert. So I'm very comfortable in my lane, right? It's no different than when you talk to your marketing person. You expect them to know marketing. You don't know marketing. Yeah. But for some reason, when it comes to people, everybody thinks they can do it. They feel like they should know. And I'm like, no, why would you know? Right.
Right.
And so, but this is my area of expertise. When it comes to people, I know exactly what to do, what not to do. I've been doing it for 20 years. And so I try to make that very relatable, very easy, right? To where we can just have a conversation and I can kind of help guide you along the way.
Love it. Folks, go ahead and get in touch with Barbara. Thank you so much. This is, we got to do this again.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All righty. We'll see y'all next time.